Excuse me. Can I quit this podcast?
I told Eddie Murphy to stay in college so he'd have something to fall back on. I did great advice.
Well, that was good.
I took a deep breath.
Never again.
I took a deep
How
breath.
could you do this 1,000
There
times?
we go.
Have we been on that whole time?
No.
It's just a recording. I'm going to edit that.
All right.
No, don't. It's kind of funny.
And that is the same introduction that we use every week that Jackie
Don't
loves.
say that.
You love it.
Don't say that.
Another episode of Stand Up Memories.
People could think that we make a completely different opening every week, and
if they only see the show once. I am Peter
Well,
Bales. This is Jackie the Joke Man
do the
Martling.
math. Do the
And
math.
we have a comedian for you this week. Ladies and gentlemen, my pal. I've known him for decades now.
Thank you.
His name is Rich Walker.
Yay!
Thank you, Rich. For
I'm
being
here. Thank you for having me.
Rich Walker and I let's say this up front. We have been partners in a comedy school for 26 years. I thought it was going to last 6 months, where we take brand spanking new people off the street and turn them into stand-up comedians in 6 weeks.
And it works. And
And Jackie's a big supporter.
It works. Many of them are out there in movies, TV, writing off-Broadway shows. And one guy even left us and became a writer for Daniel Tosh, the TV show.
I think that's terrific. And then when they leave us, they never have anything to
They
do with
forget
it.
us.
They forget
They
us.
go, you see them on interviews and they go, where did you get your start? And they go, oh, ever since I was a kid, I was in the backyard for my family. They never mention us.
They don't turn around and wave.
No.
It's a knife in the back.
Yeah, I don't get it.
But Rich, how long
Yeah.
have you been doing stand-up now?
Oh, 31 years.
That's
And how long is school going?
26.
26.
I was only
That's
a helper.
no, I break you guys' balls, but that is a long time.
Right.
It's a long
you
time.
I
know.
keep trying to end it, but Peter keeps telling me it means so much to him.
We can't. We got 2 people signed up.
I was at the diner the other night with Peter, and I'm like, yeah, I'm really burnt out. He goes, I know, me too, but the class keeps me going.
I love the class. We accomplish.
No,
we
Peter, you don't
accomplish-
understand. The class is what's burning me out,
Do you
Peter.
understand? That's what it is.
You know, Milton Berle one time,
Well-
he said, I can't quit show business. I've still got 8 by 10s left. You know?
Yeah.
That's great.
You can't get out.
Well, I
you
once
can't.
heard Angela Lansbury kept the show going, Murder, She Wrote. She said she hated it. She hated everything about doing it, but she said she'd put over 100 and something people out of work. So she stayed
I totally
for
get
years.
that.
One of the funniest things that I ever heard Jeffrey Ross say at one of the Friars things, he said, hey, I saw Angela Lansbury in an antique store downtown the other day. $60.
That's
what
great.
what
That's a
a
great-
great line.
You know, it's funny. You
she
mentioned-
was so hot. I
When she
can't
was
believe
young?
it when I see
Yeah.
those movies. I'm like, what'd you take, hag pills?
Yeah, we
Oh,
do. When we're going to go into the farm in a minute, but me and Chris Monty, the comedian, used to be partners in that show. 2 cowboys doing the show, and one of the lines was about
Was that the name of 2 cowboys doing a show?
no, it's called the Hokey Hoot Nanny or something back then.
Well, I'm not sure which is
Rich,
worse,
We
but-
got to explain this.
Yeah.
Now, one of the Rich is one of the hardest working entertainers out there, because not only does he do stand up, he also performs at a place called White Post Farms
In Melville, yeah.
in Melville for literally very young children, toddlers and a little bit older.
Why have
maybe.
I never heard? You never told me about
No,
this.
well, this is amazing. I'm telling you now. We're gonna have fun.
But
with
I've
it.
known you and him for like 20
Yeah.
years. You never mentioned
It's the
this?
best kept secret. I do 4 shows a day since March. First of all, I was there for like 30 years. The pandemic came after 20 years, and they canned me. They scrapped the whole show. It was a whole kind of like a Wild West kind of show, you know. And
What? Tell them what it is. What's the name of the place?
it's White Post Farms in Melville. It's
Which is what?
It's like
What is White
a
Post Farms?
glorified. I don't want to say petting zoo because it's way beyond that. But it started as a little roadside goats in a pen next to a fruit stand, and then over the years it just grew, and they got giraffes and zebras, and they put in a new dinosaur exhibit, which cost a lot of money. And
But you're not telling jokes to giraffes.
no, so they had a magician in his own little theater. And the magician died of a heart attack last summer. And I get it
During the show.
Between shows.
Oh.
And as a matter of fact, this year the owner says to me, tomorrow I need you to make it to show number 3. I'm like, why? Who's going to be here? Because sometimes celebrities come in. And he goes, no. It's that Jim died between the second and third show. I need you to make it to that show.
Oh.
So, but I do 4 shows a day for kids, and they're about
Seriously,
30
4
minutes
shows?
a show.
4 shows,
That's why I have no
4
voice.
30-minute shows
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
day.
Yep. And it starts
Like
out
people
and
come
then-
and how long do they stay at this petting zoo? For an hour?
all day. It is huge.
So you got to do different jokes for the 6-year-olds
they're
the
going
second
through-
show?
No, because it's different. It's the
Now,
audiences keep turning.
His character
Yeah.
is Rodeo Ricky.
Right.
And it's aimed at young children, but it's an example of how hard comedians work to make ends meet. I mean, he's a stand-up at night. He does this during
You're
the
great.
day.
You're great
well,
stand-up.
For 30 years, I did comedy at night, didn't have a day job. I quit the day job. I was an insurance adjuster. And the owner says to me, he goes, oh, I need you to work the Jewish holidays. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. I can't do it anymore. My body can't take it. I had a hernia from this show. I broke my fingers. One kid did a high five and broke this finger way back. So anyway, it's always another
Wait a
adventure.
minute. You got hurt
Yeah.
doing the
It's a very physical
Charlie's
show. It's a-
Charlie's Ant Farm or whatever it's called.
Charlie's
White
Ant Farm.
Post Farm. So,
White Post
So
Farm.
the owner goes, I need
How,
you to work.
wait, no. How big was this kid that gave you 5?
A little kid about 6 years old.
And he just caught your
I
finger
don't
the
know,
wrong
but
way?
He cocked up and hit me as hard as he can and hit this finger.
Now,
brings-
was this a commentary on your show, or he just
No, he
liked it
loved
that
it.
much?
He
He
loved
brings
that.
the kids up on the stage and dances with them, and they're very young. I mean,
I
they're-
do magic. I yodel. I do a whole thing.
Yeah.
So the owner says, I need you for Jewish holidays. I said, no, you're gonna put my picture on. They have a memorial for the magician that was there on the wall. I go, my picture's gonna go next to that one. And he goes, no. He goes, you need to stop complaining. He goes, because I'm making up for 30 years of you doing nothing.
Jesus.
Hey,
But
let's
now you're not Jewish.
My mother was Jewish. My father was.
Well, then you're a Jew.
Catholic. They say.
No,
yeah.
listen,
But
Jackie.
why would they need you on a Jewish holiday?
Jackie.
Do the
'Cause there's a
Jews go to
million-
the farm? on the-
Everybody has off on Jewish holidays.
Jackie.
It's not just Jewish people.
This is a real comedian. When you ask him if he's Jewish or not, you know what the true answer is? It depends on the crowd.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Of
I could
course.
be Richie Schwartz,
Of course.
Goldman. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, let's show now.
So
you gotta
what
see,
is the? I'm asking.
You got to see. We got a clip of Rodeo Ricky. This is a new.
Let me
this
ask
is
a
like-
few
is this
questions.
a whole new
How
side.
old is your typical crowd? Like, how old are the kids?
Anywhere from 1-year-olds all the way up to 12.
What about
13.
my 6-year-old twin?
Love it.
Oh, they would love it.
Love
They
it.
would love it.
I'm
gotta-
definitely bringing
Do you
them.
know kids leave my theater in temper tantrums because they don't want to leave?
And
Well, I'm sure some of them leave
Jackie,
right in the
I
beginning.
can set
do.
Jackie. I can set it up so that your niece and nephew,
Yeah.
they can meet Rodeo Ricky.
Yeah.
I would like that, but I don't. You know what? I'm so worried about them getting the show business. They're
Oh, when
like
they- when
posing and acting crazy. I'm like,
Hey, when
Holy Christ.
they see his show, they're going to turn to crime. That's what you should worry
Peter,
about.
tell them about what was her name who took the class?
Oh, yeah,
and she was bringing people.
She
to
was
see
bringing
the
people,
show.
and I to see Rodeo Ricky, and she goes, and I'm bringing people, and we want to see that Bungalow Bob. I go, Bungalow Bob. It's Rodeo Ricky.
Yeah,
We got
Don't
our
call him that.
Bungalow
producer.
Bill. Right?
We got
Buffalo
Michael's
Bob,
in.
Bungalow Bill.
A quick clip for our audience of Rich Walker making extra money as a comedian in the guise of Rodeo Ricky.
Come on
down to White Post Farms. We got giraffes, dinosaurs, and don't forget my show, Rodeo Ricky's Country Comedy Jamboree. See y'all later.
We are not airing this show.
That is, come on, that's classic.
So the point of this is, Peter
That's
was telling
wonderful.
me.
But if you're doing 4 30-minute shows a day, 5 days a week, that is not your side job. That's your job.
That's my job.
How many
now.
days a week?
Well, August I had no days off. I went 31 days straight. 30 days, half September.
Yeah.
April. Yeah.
I'm telling you, you got it. When you're a comedian,
And I started in March, but like it was like every weekend. Then it went to Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then it went to Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then it went to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday. So it kept growing and growing, but the show kept growing. But the funny part of this is
Are
the
they
first,
pacing? I don't want to know how much, but are they giving you a decent shekel?
Yes,
Decent shekel.
they're very nice to me.
Very nice.
So he does one of his jokes.
Did you get to
just-
see the giraffe?
Oh yeah,
If I come, can I see the giraffe?
yeah. You
And
can
the
pet
twin-
the
the
giraffe and feed
twins-
the giraffe. Yeah,
You know, the twins.
Oh, is this the place that has the
Yeah.
the
Second
thing you
floor.
climb up
Yeah.
and the giraffe? They've been there. I wonder if they saw you.
Oh, then they. How long ago? Because I just went this year.
See, everybody
months
everybody
ago?
brings their kids there.
Yeah, it's a big.
But
thing.
I remember distinctly this. Maybe they do it every place where they have giraffes, where they're on the platform. So
No,
the giraffe's
they're
head
the
is
only
right
ones
there.
on Long Island.
They're not
As a matter
many-
of fact, this pavilion is so beautiful that when the Bronx Zoo people came out, they were like, "What?" They couldn't believe it. Yeah, because you could pet everybody pets the giraffes. It's just a big thing.
When I took my niece and my not these kids, my niece and nephew when they were very young, we went to the Six Flags or whatever it is,
Yeah.
where they had the safari
Yeah,
drive,
Yeah,
and I had my Volvo, and with the moonroof open, and the giraffe put his head.
right.
The giraffe's head was in the
And
giraffe's
his
head
tongue is
is
this long.
right. Well, I know that, but their heads are like this
You found
huge.
out the hard way.
They're monstrous, right?
Yeah.
So Rodeo Ricky does corny jokes.
Rodeo Ricky.
You will get this. This one, I don't know why it cracks me up. Rodeo Ricky, and you know this. You know this joke.
Just tip me off at the beginning.
No. You were in an outhouse and you dropped.
I was out in that porta potty out back, and I
Yeah.
accidentally dropped $5 in that porta potty, and I immediately threw $10 right down there after it. You know why?
Why?
I ain't going down there for $5.
I heard that joke from you.
It's on my first album.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, a Polish guy drops
How about this one?
a nickel into the
yeah.
outhouse,
It's
and he
10
looks
cents.
and he goes, "I ain't going there for no." Because it was a double whammy. It was like he drops a dime accidentally into the crap. And he says, "I ain't going in there for 10 cents." And he takes a 50-cent piece and throws it down and says, "It's worth it for 55," which is the
Ain't it the
double
truth?
whammy.
Yeah.
But I do that's,
That's
a
and
pre-show.
that's a great show.
Pre-show. I do the jokes evolve, like they're not in it, but I tell people in the back to move forward. Come on, sit up front. I go, you know what you would pay for these seats for Taylor Swift? I go, these are $3,000 seats. My show's free. You know why it's free? Because the owner sat in the back and watched it. And he goes, oof, I can't charge people for that. And then I go, lucky for you, it's lousy.
Now wait a minute. So they're seeing you. So it's part of the general admission.
Yeah.
So there's nothing worse than an audience that's seeing the show for free.
Yeah.
Well, there's
But kids,
But they
kids
pay
are a
to
great
get in.
audience. But
They pay
but
to get
kids
in the park.
are also as cruel as they can. They don't mean to be cruel, but they're not going to bullcrap anybody.
Yeah.
My cousin had me come down to where she in Locust Valley High School, and she was the art teacher, but she was good friends with the music teacher, and she said,
Yeah.
"Why don't you come down there and talk to the kids?" So I what am I going to do? And I loved my cousin, so I went
I
down
could
there
guess.
and I had a banjo, and all the kids are there, and I said, this is the only truly American instrument. The banjo was created in America. And I took the banjo, but it was a tenor banjo with the 4 strings, and I went, waka, 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 and this little Asian kid in the front went, ah! It was the worst review I've ever gotten.
Yeah.
But they're honest. There's
Yeah,
no
yeah.
filter, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Do they laugh? Do they laugh at the jokes?
Yeah. No, that's pre-show. Like I do that kind of stuff. But then I go and this is like even the owner's sense of humor because he goes, I made him build an outhouse that I come out of, right? It's actually like a backstage door, but it's outhouse. It's all wooden looking and everything. And so in the beginning, the intro tape, which I hate to say, it was the magician before me had this intro tape, and it says that are you ready to see the most talented act? Blah blah blah. Unfortunately, we couldn't find him, but we promise you, this next guy is not going to bore you. And then I come out and I sing a whole yodeling song, which I have no voice now, but before I come out, the toilet bowl flushes. Yeah. And then I come out and I got a big stream of toilet paper on my shoe.
I was just going to say, I
Of
hope you
course.
come walking out of there with toilet paper dangling on you.
Of course. And then
There is
in the middle of
nothing
the
like
song,
poop stuff goes
Right.
right to the heart
well,
of
listen to
every
this, I
child.
roll it up while I'm singing to them because they're all like this. Look at your foot. Look at your foot. And I roll it up. And then in the middle of the song, like I'm oblivious, I just throw it in the kids and they go crazy. They go crazy.
Wow.
Some of them want me to
Now, you don't put
autograph
any
it.
brown stuff on it.
No,
you know.
it's clean.
And at the end, you dance. He brings the kids up on stage, and you dance with them.
Yeah. I tell them we're gonna have a big old dance party.
So are you looking at 5 people, 50 people,
Listen to
200
this.
people?
Listen to this.
300 a show.
A show.
A show. Now in the festival, it's that big. But don't forget, he has camps come in, and the camps come in like 200 kids at a time.
Yeah.
Like the
And
little old ladies going by bus to
The
Atlantic
room is
City.
huge. The room is huge. It's a huge.
So
room.
not only is Rich Walker,
And this is the Rootin' Tootin' Hillbilly Show? What
Yeah.
is it called?
Yeah, it's like a hokey. We used to call it the Hokey Hootenanny, but now
But
it's
what's the name of the place
Rodeo
again?
Ricky's. Well, the show is Rodeo Ricky's Country Comedy Jamboree. I mean, that alone gets him in.
Yeah, that's right out of Disney World. But what's the name of the farm?
White Post Farms in
Farms.
Melville.
In
White
Melville.
Post?
White Post Farms in Melville.
White
yeah.
Post Farms
So
in
listen,
Melville.
listen,
Go.
Jackie. Not only is Rich Walker a stand-up comedian and Rodeo Ricky, he is also known as the heckler, and he's got another character happening out east. Go ahead, Rick. Rich.
Okay, so there he is right there.
There
if
it
you can
is.
see it, can I expose the secret, Peter?
Yes.
It's a skeleton.
Now that's
on a
skeleton,
string.
and can you? I don't know if
You
you can
can't
see it.
zoom in really.
There's a.
I don't
maybe.
know what I'm looking at.
You'll see it if he zooms in. If he can,
okay.
I don't know.
Now,
No, but so is that
It's a booth.
It's a
in a
booth?
midway, before they go into the haunted house. So this Gateway Haunted Playhouse has
Oh,
about
so you're saying rude stuff to people as they go
Yes.
by?
right. It's almost like the dunking tank of the clown. You know, would you brush your hair with a pack of firecrackers? And the kids get very annoyed, like they want to fight that puppet. So one night, this is a funny story. I'm in the booth, and it was 2 Saturdays ago. Gorgeous blonde comes out from
No,
the-
but now these are people on the way into the show that you're just about to do.
No,
Rich-
that's not a show. That's
No,
not
that-
Rodeo Ricky. That's Gateway Haunted Playhouse.
it's out.
Oh,
it's
this is a
another- it's
completely
whole
different
nother
place.
thing.
Yeah, that's at night.
And that's a puppet, and the mouth moves, and there's a scrim, and he's behind the scrim.
A screen.
With a-
screen.
Are you working the puppet?
Yes.
Yes.
Which is ingenious.
And the
'cause
mouth moves, and he's got a microphone. And
It
you-
also squirts water at the kids and all that. So, but I'll let out another secret before I tell my story. Peter works in that booth sometimes. You don't like to announce that?
I have filled in for Rich Walker.
You
as the
you
heckler.
have done the booth?
I've
Yeah.
done the
I
booth.
want to do the booth.
You could do it.
You
Come
would
on.
be-
Oh my
do the
God.
booth.
You'd be
You would
perfect in the
great.
booth.
You'd be great.
You- all
Because
you
you
have
can
to
make
do is-
fun of everybody, but you can't be too.
No. Do
You're
you
family
remember?
almost.
You're not old enough. You probably a billion years ago they had those different things you could get in the back of a comic book, and one of them was this little pink gadget that came in a little bag, and when you pushed it, it would laugh or insult you, and then they came out with a mirror, the laughing mirror. So when you held up the mirror, it would laugh like it's
Yeah,
making
yeah.
fun of you. Laugh.
I love that.
Well, when I started making these gadgets for Excalibur Electronics, I said, let's update that. And I could bring it into you. It's an actual mirror, but they blew it because the whole idea was supposed to look like a regular mirror.
Oh, it's like
but they
got the
put a
sticker.
little. They made it a little.
They made it cheap.
They made it look like a little Cinderella type thing.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But it's a mirror, and when you hold it up, it insults you.
Oh.
Only the idiots, my whole life, it's a second and a half before it says anything. So you hold it. Usually
Stare
somebody'd
at it
hold
for
it
a
up. They'd
second.
already put it down already. But it's got like 100 insults on
Wow.
it. And they're all clean.
Yeah.
Is that your head or did your neck just throw up?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
kind of
yeah, yeah.
stuff, But they're great fun,
Yeah.
People love that stuff.
So Rich is working this puppet, okay? And you tell your story.
The blonde, it's this cute little college girl comes running out, and she's standing with the puppet, and they love to flirt with it. And sometimes they come on strong, right? Peter knows, right? You've had it.
Oh, that's why you took the gig.
I had to.
All right.
No, so she comes
That's
out,
why I wanted to go.
and she's talking to the puppet. But if you stare at it long enough, you could see a silhouette of somebody standing there. If you stare long enough, because it's an optical illusion. The lights are on the outside of the curtain, somehow, however it works. And she starts to see someone there, and she goes, wait a second. Who's in there? Who's in there? She's looking at both sides of the puppet. Who's in there? And real quick, I take the curtain. I go, whoosh, whoosh. In front of 100 people, she turns around and goes, ew, it's an old guy.
Oh, I love that.
Wah, 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 wah.
So she was a college kid, a high school kid,
But
a
she
little
was
kid.
flirting with the puppet. She thought a young guy was in there.
Right,
She didn't know.
Oh, that's.
But
me.
you can flirt with women. They
Now hold on. Now I thought you just spouted insults. So you can have a
talk to them,
dialogue with them.
conversations.
they can talk to you and you can talk back.
Well, here's the connection. I also made friends with a couple of couples. They show up and they got woes. Like one couple shows up and she's like this, with her arms folded. I'm like, what's the matter, honey? She goes, nothing. He just showed up from Florida. He cheated on me. He came back from Florida and picked me up and took me here. I'm like, well, that's geographically undesirable anyway. You got to dump the guy, like all that. But
Now wait, how was that set up or this?
no, they just walk.
They're just walking by.
Would you agree, though, Peter is in it? He becomes very personable. Like you could talk to
With
him. Like,
one-on-one, that's you're
Yeah, they
you're
walk
part
over.
therapist.
yeah, that's what it becomes, a therapist.
Women come up to me when I'm working the puppet. I got the microphone and I'm got the controls and everything. And I'll say, why don't you, and I have a bad British accent. I'm Captain Blood. Why don't you come back to my crypt and we'll spend an eternity together?
Oh, look at you! No wonder that worked on that broad from the sitcom.
No.
Yeah. I actually channel. Remember Vince D'Antona? I'm in there
Oh,
going, hey, honey, did you ever do it in a casket?
Yeah,
Things like
stuff
that.
like that.
You
so-
would have such a ball.
So let me tell you what happened
I
to me.
love that character.
Listen to what happened to me.
How well do you know him?
Oh,
very
very
well.
well, I knew
Very
Vince.
well.
Did
yeah.
you knew he was
I will-
married
Of course.
to Janny.
No.
That was his first wife.
That's his first wife.
She was like 6 inches taller than him, and she wanted to be in show business.
Oh.
So he had George. He also had a dummy named George. And she had a dummy, whatever her name was, but her dummy was huge.
Yeah.
She was big. Her dummy was huge. She did not have a funny bone in her body.
Yeah.
But Vince let her in the act because after the show, they'd go to the bar and she'd pick up a broad for them to bring home.
Wow.
So he got more action than Frank Sinatra.
Abroad.
But meanwhile,
yeah. Well,
the act sucked.
I
but
would
he
have
was,
said Dame.
she'd find another tomato, maybe a few.
Yeah.
And so he was in heaven. He was a happy camper.
Yeah.
I want to tell my heckler story.
Yeah.
So I'm
let's see.
filling in for Rich.
Yeah.
And I'm working the controls and everything.
Now, are you there
No, he's not there.
helping him
I'm not
along?
there.
Or
No,
you,
he's not
you're
there.
fill-
No,
you're
he
filling
knows what
in.
he's
Filling
doing.
in.
He knows what he's doing.
So a group of
You never told me about this. You are such a
group.
piece of.
What are you talking about? A group of 5.
Jackie, we have so much fun without you.
I'm picking up.
Bring him once you take a date
He
next
would love-
week and
he
we
would
can
love
bring
to-
him
I
down.
would just love to have heard that story. Go ahead with your story.
The twins might be. How old are they?
6.
Perfect age.
For the house, for the haunted house.
Mm,
No, maybe
Nah,
not.
not
for
Well,
long.
they
Quite
have the
us.
not so scary during the day. The lights are on
Okay.
and they can walk through.
All right. So here's my. So
What do you want?
I'm working the.
I thought that was
That's
the
Michael's
scary
in.
puppet over there.
Yeah, our producer Michael's in. So, I'm working the control, and like 5 7th graders walk over, and it says guest services on the booth.
Which this
Okay.
is
The heckler.
this,
Yeah,
in,
I'm
this is
working
the
the puppet.
insult booth.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So the kid goes, hey puppet, where's the bathroom? And I go, and it's a group of 7th grade boys. So I go, why don't you just go in your pants like you always do? And his friends crack up
Of
because
course.
they're in 7th grade, and he's embarrassed.
So he's
And
pissed.
and out of the puppet's mouth, you can squirt water. So I also squirted him, and I got him wet. And his friends are laughing, and he's standing there, face gets red, and he charges
Humiliated.
at the puppet full force and punches the puppet right in the face. And the whole apparatus flew back into the booth, and I'm like, I was almost knocked over.
That is such a wonderful scene for a movie.
Oh,
Really?
yeah. Can you?
Now, were these 5 Italian kids, not to cast aspersions?
I don't know ethnically what they were.
I don't
but
know.
they
They're
were-
from deep south.
Deep
East in
Same
Suffolk.
thing.
So
Yeah.
what would white trash
Wow.
be?
that's hard.
You know, I keep
Oh, that's
thinking,
terrible.
what a great thing to have in the
Midway. It's
well, in the
before you
Midway-
go in the haunted house.
but what a great thing to have in the bar at a comedy club.
oh,
Oh,
and
I
have
mean-
comics
Never-
even take their turns inside, right?
It's just a fun thing, you know.
Yeah.
We have to do a documentary on Ranger Ricky or whatever the hell he is.
Bungalow Bob. It's Rodeo
I'm-
Ricky.
I'm one of the only
Fungalo
comics.
Bob.
That's what.
I
I'm
like
one of the only
Bungalow Bob.
comedians that take on all these strange gigs. Like when somebody goes, you know, who could we get to do this? Who would take that gig for like shit pay? And right away they think of me. But I've done everything. I've even done a party where I went as a gangster, a mobster with another comic and wearing like those, what do you call it, zoot suits or, you know, the thing.
Pretending to be a real mobster.
Right. And we would walk around and go, hey, you better behave at this wedding. We're going to have a few words with you. You know, things like that.
Hey, I mud wrestled at Rum Runners bar in Oyster Bay
With a girl.
with Clark Gillies and
Oh.
Butchie Gehring when the Islanders were red hot.
Wow.
I don't know what we got paid, but it was
Clark
but
Gillies is a big guy. It was a big
It was
guy.
a monster,
Yeah.
and Butch wasn't that big, but we had so much fun. But I don't remember.
Was it like their former midget wrestling?
I don't. All I know is we got paid decent, and we're.
Yeah.
I don't know if there must have been an audience. I don't remember much, drinking in those days. But what a hoot! And I was working in Tampa, Florida, and this guy came up and said, "Hey, I really want you to come up and work my club."
Yeah.
And he takes me out into his limousine, and he puts a girl on either side of me, and he whips out the coke. So we're all doing coke, and I'm like, "Whoa!" And all of a sudden, these girls lean over. I'm like, "All right," and of course they lean right, and they start making out right in front of me. So I'm like, "Wow, this guy's crazy." So he said, "I got a club in Atlanta called Cheaters 3. There's also was a Cheaters 3 in Fort Lauderdale, right? But he's come to this place in Atlanta, and I was driving. So he said, I forget it was, but it was probably twice what I was making in Tampa. And I drove up there, and I think now it's like 4 city blocks, but it
Yeah.
was just a little crappy
Yeah.
Cheaters 3 strip club. And it was so
Tampa
crazy.
had Moan's Venus.
It would, but it's the most impossible gig. And at this gig, you went in, and you're in the back room, and the girls are naked, and they're putting the pasties on. And the way it worked was the girls would come out on stage dressed with, the bikinis and however many things. And every time a guy tipped them $1, they'd take something off.
Oh.
So they tip them another $1, and they take something more until after however long the girls are as naked as they're going to get.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, beep, the girls run into the dressing room. And now Jackie Martling. So these guys had just spent all their money getting these girls
God,
naked.
no!
And they disappear. And I got to walk out in this runway.
Hi.
And it's like you could hear a pin drop, and
What's
it was
with these
horrible.
Christmas
And the
lights?
guy hands me a note, and I look at him, and the note said, "When they're quiet, you got them." And I'm thinking, no, when they're quiet, that means they're not laughing, you idiot. So I did well, I think it was a half hour, 20 minutes or something. Thank you. Good night. And I go back in the dressing room. The girls put all their clothes back on.
Yeah.
And they go back out. Start from
over
scratch.
again. Yes.
Dollars. Now the guys are 5 times drunker. And all of a sudden it's midnight. And the girls back into, I mean, it was, and I was there for a week, 7 nights of that crap. But
And Rich is
talk
thinking-
about you'll do anything.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
like,
I'll do
Rich,
it.
Rich is thinking, well, I thought Rodeo Ricky was a tough gig. That sounds like the toughest gig I've ever heard.
but meanwhile, you're with all these nude girls, and then you're in the dressing room with all these nude
Yeah.
girls.
But fully dressed.
But they might as well be 100 yards away.
We
you
all
know?
have our hell gigs. Peter's, my favorite is the King Tut.
Oh,
I don't.
way back in the day, my comic strip days, very early 80s, King Tut exhibit comes to
New York City, yeah.
And the line was blocks. And they hired comedians to stand there.
Line comedians to go up and down.
No, we stood in one spot and we were supposed to entertain the line. That was a flawed idea because the line actually moved and you would do the setup to a joke and they'd walk by. And
Like working
I never heard the punchline.
Like working in the round.
And then,
Yeah.
then new people would come along and you'd do the punchline and the punchline made no sense without the setup.
Oh, that's so. But how much fun is that?
When you look back, it is now I'm forgetting the signal, but
Do you remember the legendary Wid? That's how Wid got his start. He used to go up and down the line of people waiting in line to go see Springsteen, and he'd just walk up and down,
In
like
the early-
insulting people.
in the
you
early
know.
80s, I knew a guy who was a mime, and he would stand in front of those steps on a beautiful weekend day at the Met. And it was a built-in audience just sitting there on the steps, and he would be in front of them, and he would do all kinds of mime, and a bus would come and stop, and he would go over to the front of the bus and mime like he's throwing a rope around the front bumper, and then he would mime
Pull
that
it.
he's pulling it, and the bus driver would play along and inch the
That's
bus
great.
Now
forward.
that's fun.
And he said he would make back in the early '80s over $400 on a Saturday doing that. I mean, that's pretty cool.
I once, last thing I
No,
got.
but who's giving him money? Just the people
just
around.
people,
Booker.
yeah, he put
They
it.
throw him a
people.
dollar. Throw him a
People
dollar.
that they were throwing it down. That's called busking.
I
Correct?
once got a gig. You ever hear of the Teletubbies? It was the.
I've heard of it, but I don't know what
It's
it
like
is.
they went like Dipsy Whipsy and Pookie Dookie, whatever their names are. They're all different colors, right? They're little fat in costumes, and it's got a TV on their belly.
But they're little dolls you could buy.
But these
right?
were humans, and they were coming to the United States, and I did the red carpet like for the big intro for whatever station was had them, and I was me and a couple other kind of Steve Lazarus, and it was Joe Mackin, and we had the big cameras, and we were news reporters with the hat, and it said press. We're like, and people getting out of their cars, celebrities, and the doors are opening, and we're like, "Tell us about your career, slugger," and it was so embarrassing.
Now, they imported these Teletubbies
They
from
came from England.
We,
The
we-
costumes
We
are
couldn't even
probably
have
the
our own
box.
Teletubbies here. You know.
It's a big English TV show coming to the States.
I love all that
I don't
stupid,
care. I did it
crazy
all. I
stuff.
don't care.
Oh,
I
man.
understand, Michael. We are running along.
Oh, all right.
All right. Listen. I want.
Yeehaw!
Now,
Is that good?
that's
Can I,
rodeo
good.
can I
You
stand
can
in?
have my
now,
job next year.
now, listen. You're not going to relate to this. 'cause
Ring a
you're-
lot,
you're
Ricky? Who is he?
You're the headliner.
Rodeo Rick.
Rody Ricky.
Okay, you're the headliner.
I will
okay?
be.
So you're not going to relate to Rich opened for Gilbert Gottfried and was standing next to Gilbert as people were exiting the show. And they relate to the opening act differently sometimes than they do the headliner. We're going to pick it up there, but I just wanted, before we sign off, this is Strong Island TV, a network. We're on the Strong Island Network, and we are at Paradise Studios in Massapequa with all your video needs. They do video, everything. Several studios here, all different. Come check it out. You can do your own
It's
podcast.
a network as opposed to this show, which
This
just does not work.
Wordplay, we wouldn't let that go at Stand Up University.
Yeah. You
So
can't
anyway,
do
here's
that.
the
Real? I would have got chopped.
I don't know if it's.
Chopped. No,
It's-
we would have said no.
Yeah.
Funny people in funny situations. So, Rich Walker is hanging out next to the headliner, Gilbert Gottfried.
At the door.
Who's just killed, and
He-
people are filing out.
And a guy comes up to Gilbert and he goes, "You were so funny, bro. Yeah, I couldn't even breathe. I was laughing so hard I was crying." Now, out of the corner of his eye, he sees me standing there and he goes, "You were good too." Now, you don't want to hear that. People say awful things.
we've
we
all
know that.
lived
We've
that.
all heard that. I had one guy come. Peter was there. Comes over. It was an Italian men's club. He comes up and he goes, "Hey, come here. Come here. Hey, I thought you were funny."
You know, the thing is, when you're there, like at the comic strip
Yeah.
or something, there's 2 guys or 3 guys, and you're all sitting, and they're always like, "You were so good, you were so good," and then they go. But the thing is, when that happens, if you're the guy, one of the people they like, you don't feel. You still feel horrible
You're
when they
right,
ignore
for
the other
ones.
guy.
Yeah, yeah,
you know?
yeah. I agree. I had an old Jewish men's club, and the old man comes up to me after the show. He goes, "This was such a wonderful switch from having professional comedians."
Do you ever hear the greatest is David Say said the first time this guy's been around forever. David Say the first time he worked in the Catskills, he went up and did his act,
Yeah.
and when he was done, he said this lady came up to him and said, "I thought you were so funny, but you know, I didn't recognize any of your jokes."
That's what,
Because
you
they're
know,
so used to those guys up there doing the same shit for
There-
decades, but
this
that's
is-
what they wanted.
Oh yeah, this was absolutely true. It was a group of widows at one of the comedy clubs. I won't say a name. And I walk off, and the old lady, give me your hand for a minute, did this. You ever know when old ladies go like this? She goes, "I just wanted to tell you that you have wonderful stage presence, but your material is crap." And I'm like, now I'm thinking to myself, I wish she said shit, because some people like your shit, some people, nobody likes your crap. You know?
It's even worse. You know, we talk about all the same. I probably told the story a million times. So I was working at Fort Lauderdale comic strip, and it was Saturday night, and
Yeah.
it was like 400 people, and that place would rock and roll. When you're up there and you're killing it, in that room, it was like heaven. And the girls in the booth, we had such a good time down there. And there was a table, and your eyes go to the people that aren't laughing.
Of course,
You
yeah.
can't help that. You know, Bill Cosby used to call it the face. Like all of a sudden, and then in your mind, you're killing, but in your mind, I'm going to get that month, right?
Yeah.
So the table, I think it was six or 8 people sitting at a banquet type table, and I am killing. And these people, the faces weren't changing. They were like wooden Indians, and it bothers you, you know? But I had to kill a show, and I'm done, and I'm standing in the lobby selling my stupid records.
Yeah.
And this woman comes up and says, "You were so funny. You know, we're all in town. Our favorite uncle passed away, and we're here for his funeral. And this is the most fun we've had." I'm like, you couldn't have changed your fucking expression, lady? Jesus Christ. And it's because it was a great show, but that ruins the
That
whole.
one killed it.
You were so good.
He was so one. We loved you.
All right.
I have had
This
about enough of Bronco Bob.
Bronco Bob. No,
Bungalow Bob.
this has been comedian Rich Walker, also known as the Heckler, also known big time as Rodeo Ricky.
Is that the guy's name, the Heckler? You got to come up with a better name.
They named it, which isn't even. It's. I don't want to go into it, but it's not really a heckler. He talks to everybody.
And people don't
yeah,
even really
tells
know what a
regular
heckler. I
jokes,
guess
too.
people know
No,
what a heckler
I
is,
give
you
when
know.
I do it, I take an identity of Captain Blood.
Me too. I
Yeah.
adapted it from you, so
Yeah.
we maintain the same
Yeah,
character.
yeah.
Because some people come 2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. So Rich Walker, and that also Rodeo Ricky, and also Captain Blood. And where is that? That is out east, and the Gateway
Playhouse. In Bellport. That's also the Gateway Haunted Playhouse now.
Yes.
Jackie, they take the whole theater. It's completely renovated. Every seat is covered with rooms. It's amazing.
They do that so many. But the Bayville Firehouse
Oh,
was
yeah, I remember
very
that.
famous
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
a long time.
I've been there.
Till I think it was Sandy.
Yeah.
But by the time they kept all the stuff for the haunted house was in the basement. and it got
wow.
completely flooded out. But it had been like 20 or 30 years, and the firemen
But
were
also
really
the
a little
Bayville
sick of it.
Scream Park came
And
in.
then the Scream Park came right after
Yeah.
that. So, but those.
We could go on and on
All
and
night.
on and on. This
well,
is,
why don't you stop the show?
I'm stopping it now.
Good night.
This has been Rich Walker, our
You were
special
great.
guest.
You were great.
Thank you.
Jackie the Joke Man Martling. I'm Peter Bales, and we'll see you next time on Stand Up Memories.
Ride along, Robbie.